welcome to the Fermented Homestead. If you're new here, my name is Anna, and this is my weekly gardening vlog where we are attempting to build the most massive garden possible. And we're going to start today by planting some cucumbers. For those of you who don't know, I sell ferments at a local farmers market and some fairs and stuff. And cucumber kimchi specifically is the absolute #1 bestseller, and they're freaking expensive. So I'm going to plant a bunch of cucumbers so I don't have to pay that price. So I'm going to do this. I amended these beds in the last gardening vlog. You can check that one out. I'll make sure to link it for you guys at the end. And we we wheelbarrowed in about 6 inches of soil, maybe a little bit more than 6 inches, and then topped it off with like a soil mixture that we bought at a local nursery. So I'm just going to plant it directly into it, and then the reason I'm doing it tonight in the middle of the night is we have a lot of rain that is coming up. So there's a little cat down here that's demanding my attention, Bacardi. And so I'm going to cover them with these clear plastic cups to protect them from the rain and to elevate the soil temperature, the temperature inside there, so hopefully they will be able to germinate a little bit better and just kind of protect them from local wildlife as well. I did this in Washington and it worked tremendously well. I'm not going to keep them on there once they really start to get going. I'm only going to cover them up at night. So all I'm going to do with this is plant them about every 8 to 10 inches. When I do have the cups on top of there, I'm going to come through a little bit later and I'm going to amend around it with a bunch of mulch, kind of once they start to sprout. And I'm going to use the cups to make sure I don't drown my seedlings. So I'm going to show you real quick what we're going to do. I'm going to be planting double yield cucumber, white wonder, Japanese climbing cucumber, marketmore. This one is really old. I had good luck with them growing them last time, so we'll try it again. National pickling cucumber. This is one of the ones I did a video seed haul on the Survival Seed Company, and so I'm going to plant that one. And then we also have Russian pickling cucumber, a Beet Alpha, Boston pickling, Parisian pickling, one I have not even going to attempt to try and pronounce, a Yamato extra long, and another one. Nope, not even going to try. So these are all the ones I'm going to start. I already got my tags written up. I'm just doing one tag for each one. So I'm going to do this 35-foot row. And then on the other side there where you can't see just yet is another 47-foot long row. I'm going to plant entirely with cucumbers. And then given a tip by Paul, who is the market farmer at the market that I'm at, and he encouraged me to plant radishes with these because it's supposed to deter cucumber beetles. So I'm probably going to come through tomorrow or the next day because I don't think I have enough daylight to be able to do it today, but we're going to get these guys in the ground so that they can benefit from all the moisture that is headed our way. So see you tomorrow. It's now Wednesday. We had a pretty big storm that came through last night. There's supposed to be even more of it tonight, so we're going to try and get as much gardening as possible done before the rains come again. It says it's going to be around 2 o'clock, but we'll see. Anywho, last night I finished planting out that first bed over there. I had planted all of those cucumbers in there. They still haven't sprouted yet, unfortunately, but I finished off that bed with a bunch of radishes, and we're going to come over here to this bed, and we're going to plant a bunch of radishes and beets, and then this bed over here is going to be beans. So I'm going to share with you what I'm growing. So we got some Japanese wasabi, Chinese red meat, watermelon radish, China rose, pusa galabi. I don't know. Another pusa variety, a purple one, a watermelon radish from M.I. Gardner, a champion radish, and then we've already planted Haas's watermelon radish, French breakfast radish, a white icicle, a Lita radish, black Spanish, hailstone, purple plum, cherry bell, and a sparkler white tip. And then for the beets, we have a golden beet, Chioggia. I don't know how to pronounce that one. It's the one with the bullseye on. A Detroit dark red, bull's blood, Early Wonder, Crosby Egyptian, Cylindra, Burpee's Golden, Cylindra beet from Haas, and then albino beet. They're the same, it's just one's a bulk package. And I've already got all the tags written up for them. I find that helps it go a lot smoother. I can just do it in the evenings when I'm just sitting there chilling. Over there in the corner, last year we built an arched trellis tunnel sort of thing. And there, and probably another place, we're gonna plant some pole beans. We have purple potted Kentucky Wonder, rattlesnake from M.I. Gardner, and a rattlesnake from So True Seeds. Taiwan yard lawn, red noodle bean, asparagus bean, Chinese red noodle, Wicks lima bean, Alabama black-eyed butter bean, and a shanty boat butter bean. And then for the bush beans that I'm going to plant in, I think this bed here with some beets, we're going to do a dragon tongue contender from M.I. Gardner, contender from Baker Creek, strike bean, there's like 2 in there, a top-notch golden wax bean, Landreth stringless, Henderson bush bean, royalty purple potted. And then in here I have some bulk packages of some more Kentucky Wonder, their provider, and Landreth string bean. So I have the smaller packages of each of those, but I also have the bulk package because I liked them, so I'm gonna grow more of them. So I'm gonna get to planting this bed right here, and then once I'm done with that, it's time to move some soil. But I figure I'll go ahead and plant these ones out here, let it dry out a little bit, just to make it work a little bit easier. It's Thursday. We have had constant rain since yesterday afternoon. I was able to finish planting that bed right there completely, but I wasn't able to get to the beans. So I'm hoping that there's going to be enough of a clearing tomorrow so that I can plant beans in the second bed. It's pouring down rain, and cameras don't like rain. So I figured I'd come in here and we're going to go through all of these tomatoes, or all of these starts. If you remember earlier in the video, I was telling you that I had hesitated to take out the dead ones because I wanted to make sure to replant those varieties. So I brought my notebook and a pencil. I'm going to write down all the ones that I need to do so I can condense all of these trays and make room for all the other starts. I'll tell you about those in a second. So that was just over 5 entire flats. That sucked a lot. But I got them all written down, and I'm not going to restart any of the cabbages that went because it's just not the season for it. So those ones I'm probably going to start in like June or July. I still need to look up the date so I can do like a winter planting, but time to get started. It's now Friday, the last day of our weekly vlog. Yesterday I came out here and I finished building my greenhouse table, so I was able to get everything transferred over there. I sorted through all of the starts to get rid of all the ones that were dead. There were 5 trays total that were completely kaput, which sucked. We have been in the middle of the most torrential spring storm. It has been raining for 3 days, almost straight, with a few little bits and pieces there where it's not been raining. And today has actually been kind of a reprieve. It rained a ton this morning, but it's been kind of dry since like, I don't know, 8 o'clock this morning. And one of my weather apps says it's not gonna rain today. The other one says it's gonna be torrential rain in about an hour. So we're gonna try and beat it to it and get the beans finally planted. So I actually got this bed planted. I'm super excited about that. What I decided to do, I used this. It's a shelf bracket. Who would have known it would come in so handy? It's got the perfect little handle on there. It works fantastic. So I just punched lines in it all the way down, which was a really good idea, honestly. It worked out so much easier. So I did 4 rows of one variety, didn't do 4 rows, and then 4 rows of one variety. And in between, when I'm ready to start something else, I'm gonna throw them in there. But I just wanna make sure, like, I'll be putting, like, I'm gonna look up the companion plants for beans. I'm probably gonna do beets, maybe some basil, you know, maybe something else. We'll see how everything goes. But every other section is still blank, but that's by design. And I got some more duck compost in that wheelbarrow, and I'm just gonna spread it out here real quick, and then we're gonna head into the greenhouse. I'm gonna show you some cool stuff. I had originally planned on doing the compost on the whole bed, and then when I started, I was like, wait a second, if I do this, I'm not gonna have any clue where I need to plant. So you can tell where I've planted now. Last night I was out here and I thought I would have enough time to start some seeds and stuff, but I didn't. All I had time to do was fill up 6 of these seed starting trays, and then I had to go and do my errands and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go over with you today what we're gonna actually start. However, I wanna share something with you. You might be noticing, hey, all your seed starting stuff, it's so colorful and delightful and it brings me joy. Yeah, you know, you can get it too. You guys will remember from the very beginning when I first started gardening, I invested in Bootstrap Farmer stuff. This stuff, yes, a little bit more expensive, but 100% worth it. All of these pots that I planted in, I bought these things 5 years ago. I use them every single year. However, this year, I got the more colorful version of the pots. I always had the colorful versions of the trays. And, okay, there was one thing about Bootstrap Farmer, and I was honest with you guys about it. I wasn't, like, super blown away by their seed starting trays, by their plug trays, okay? They were significantly better than anything that you could find in the store, but they just weren't indestructible like almost everything else that Bootstrap Farmer sells. Then, this year or last year, whenever they came out with it, they came out with this thing. It is phenomenal, okay? Filling these up was so much easier than the other ones, and what I like about them is, you see those holes? These are the holes that you can fit any freaking buddy's fingers through. You do not need to find some chopstick or pencil so that you can poke it through and just hope that it doesn't pierce through it. You can just use your fingers. And if you'll see right here, those lines, those are open. And so that makes these air pruned, which means that your transplants are going to be significantly healthier and they're not as likely to get root bound. I don't even know if they can get root bound, but they're definitely not as likely to get root bound. So these things also are completely indestructible, okay? I may or may not have, but I actually did jump on one just to see. I'm not a tiny woman, okay? I'm not a child. I'm a fully grown, filled out woman, okay? And I literally jumped on this. And I think I have the video from it, and I'll put it in if I did. Nothing. Perfect. But these things are, oh, I just love them. And these things right here were actually the beginning of us creating the most massive garden possible, okay? I was running short on some seed starting stuff. I was talking to hubby, telling him that I needed to get some seed starting stuff, you know, did the back and forth and you know, find out how much it was and pondering it over, and then it happened. So Bootstrap Farmer is responsible for the content of the, not really. I've been telling you about Bootstrap Farmer from the get-go, okay? I've been telling you about them from the start because I think they're fantastic. I have almost every single thing that I've purchased from Bootstrap Farmer, I still have, unless I ran over it with a truck, in which case, yes, that happened. But they're not indestructible against running over by a truck. Just figured I'd point that out to you. So I got a whole bunch of these ones. I think I got 15 of these guys. I got 30 new trays, and then I got a massive haul of pots, okay? All the pots that I got from them in the past have always been black, okay? I know you might be thinking, like, who cares if it's color, right? Who cares if it's all pretty and colorful and bright? I do. Number one, it brings me joy. Number two, they are easy to clean, okay? You ever try cleaning a black, like, tray or pot that you have left out, and you're just like, is that really clean? Well, with these, you can see it. Anyways, let's go check out the pots. They're so cute. Look at these beauties. The whole box is filled. We are ready for the most massive garden possible. And bugs. I'm not ready for bugs, but that doesn't matter. Anyways, in the past, I've always left you guys a link to Amazon for Bootstrap Farmer, but this last time, after I ordered and paid in full, mind you, I've never gotten anything discounted or for free or anything like that, but I was able to get an affiliate link for you guys. So I'm going to leave that link down below. It'll be below probably in most of my videos in the coming future, but it's not a discount code, it's an affiliate code. And all that means is that you click on that, it lets them know that I sent you, and then we get a small small kickback for any purchases that you might make. And you get my eternal gratification because you guys are awesome. So I hope that you guys consider investing in some of these guys. And I do have to tell you, it is an investment and it is well worth it. I don't have to go out and buy new stuff every year unless I increase my garden space. Then I do need to, because I need more of them. Anyways, that's enough of the bootstrap farmer, but I hope that you guys will consider it. And if you guys have any questions about it or anything like that, be sure to let me know in the comment section down below, where you will also find the affiliate link. So I only have 6 trays here because here, see, what had happened was we got a lot of rain and I left my wheelbarrow out in the rain and it is saturated. So we have to wait for it to dry off. And I also happen to be out of vermiculite, which I use to make my seed starting mix. So that's in the mail, should be here tomorrow because I cannot find it anywhere. Like, I went to Home Depot where I used to get my giant bags of it. They don't stock it anymore. I went online, I was going to buy it through Home Depot. Oh.com, there's a bug. And they only have the 8 quart. I'm like, what am I going to do with 8 quarts? No, give me the big bag. So anyways, whatever. I ended up having to order from Amazon. So on to a new subject, seed starting. All right, the cucumbers that I started out there, some of them seem fine. Really the ones like in front of the deck seem fine. And the ones that are a little bit, ones that are over here more against the house, not so much. So I don't trust it. So I'm going to start 1 flat of cucumbers. I don't have the cucumbers out here with me because I just made that decision about 10 minutes ago. So one of these that was earmarked for this is going to go towards that. So we only have 5 left, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 if you count the cucumbers. So we need to weed through this until I can get back to this tomorrow in the next gardening vlog. But, so let me ponder for a moment. Definitely. Since we've had so much rain, I decided to just put the seeds that I'm going to start in each flat with the tags inside of here. Oh, definitely. This is a definitely. In order to protect them in case, you know, because it's super humid here. And I don't want my bags to get all funky and humidy. So, alright. I figured out the ones that are going to wait. I don't know why I'm so heartbroken over this. I'm just going to start them tomorrow. Anyways, on to the seeds, shall we? And I'm not going to start them with you. I'm just going to show you what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to start. And then I'm going to start them. I'm going to blast some music. And I'm going to start a bunch of seeds. So we got Tulsi, Holy Tulsi Basil, Siam Queen. Come on. Cinnamon Basil. You might notice a trend. This entire flat is varieties of basil. This, I didn't read it. This is, oh, Tulsi, because the other one I'm almost out of seeds on. Genovese basil. Lemon basil. Large, I feel like there's bugs all over me. Large leaf basil. I saw a tick in here earlier, now it's creeped out. I think it was a Lone Star tick, because it had a little dot on its back. Okay, mammoth basil. I think I'm going to get some citronella plants or something to keep in here. Chinese basil. Chinese sweet basil, sorry. Cardinal basil. Look at that flower. Persian basil. How beautiful is that? It almost looks sort of like variegated, but like, I don't know if variegated is a thing with red or if it just counts with white, but I'm going to say that's variegated basil, and it's beautiful. Sweet Thai basil. And a dark opal basil. So y'all know my quest to like basil. So if I do not find something with however many, I think there's 12 varieties, and I left a couple inside. So if I can't find something with these, and the reason I'm starting so much basil is, number one, it takes a lot of basil to do much with it. Like you need, if you want to make pesto, like it takes a lot of basil. Also, it's a fantastic companion plant for almost anything. It repels a bunch of different bugs. So I figured, you know, we're in Missouri. We're fighting an uphill battle here, so I may as well plant a bunch of really strong companion plants, and basil is just one of them. Next up, I decided to drop stuff all over the floor. So this one I decided because it's some, oh gosh, there's more. It's tags. So I decided to start this one because it has a bunch of herbs in it, and those I should have started like 2 months ago, but life. So anyways, Roselle hibiscus. I'm thinking there's a garden area over there. If you guys remember, I can't remember exactly how long ago, but about 6 months ago or so, I hung up my mom's wind chime and over in that area over there. And I think I'm going to turn that into like a flower/herb garden. I think it'd be really cute. So that's kind of my plan. That's most likely where this is going to go because it's freaking huge. All right, we got hyssop. This one is catnip. Bee balm. Oh, lemon bee balm, sorry. Moldavian dragonhead balm. How cool is that? Wild bergamot balm. I got all kinds of balms. Whatever ails you, I got a balm for you. A lemon balm. Spearmint. Oregano. Or oregano. No, it's oregano. Cumin. And fenugreek. Thyme. A broadleaf sage. I need to get this before my lens starts fogging up. I can feel it's already starting to get really humid. St. John's wort, borage. I will put that in a pot, don't worry. And then chives. Yes, that will also be in a container. I know that one grows like crazy. Well, all the balms do. Number 2 is also a bunch of super beneficial flowers. Want to get the flowers going sooner than later so that we can get the bees coming. So that is why this one won the Hunger Games. At least 1 of 5. So we have a Colorado mix yarrow, a cerise queen yarrow, alpha calendula prince mix, Pato marigold calendula. I don't know why this says both on there. Pink surprise, touch of red buff. Oh, I'm showing you the names. I need to show you the flowers. What am I doing? Flashback mix, strawberry blonde calendula. Rainbow Loveliness dianthus. Try saying that fast. Twinkle's dwarf mix, philo, love parade, and a dianthus Hollandia purple crown. I need to hurry because my battery's about to die. And then I'm doing an entire pot of marigolds because again, they are incredibly well, whatever, they're awesome. Cracker Jack mix, a pinwheel, and Sophia, some kind of Sophia. So I am in a desperate hunt to find not orange marigolds. Do they exist? I did look, I know they exist, because I looked at the Baker Creek website. I'm going there this weekend for the Spring Planting Festival, which I believe is today and tomorrow. I'm planning on putting this up Sunday morning. So I'm going to be a vendor there, and a couple of my friends are also going to be vendors there. So I hope that you guys, if you're local, you'll come check us out. It's going to be Mother's Day and the day, which is my birthday, and the day after. So Sunday and Monday, and we're going to be there. Hopefully the weather will comply. But anyways, I hope to see some of you guys there. And if I don't, I will probably not be doing a video on it because I am going to be doing a vendor thing. So I'm not going to be able to wander around. I'm not going to be able to see anything, see any of the speakers or anything like that. But I hope you guys will come by and say hi. So anyways, I was looking on their website. Sorry, just reminded me of that. I was looking on their website and they do have like some white ones and, but not like a huge variety of them. I don't really care for the look of marigolds. I really, this Cracker Jack mixed one looks like it might be pretty good. But I really need marigolds. If I'm going to make marigolds a massive part of my garden, I need prettier ones. Help me find them, please. Tell me where to get them. Okay, next up is, okay, so you might be wondering at this point, what on earth is she going to be doing with all of this stuff? Okay, so I make ferments and I sell them at the farmer's market, which is what I'm going to be doing at, the Spring Planting Festival. So I'm definitely growing far more than we can consume, but I'm hoping that it will cut down on my costs and make it so it's actually profitable because right now it's really not. Right now it's more of a stressful hobby. So hopefully if I can grow most of my ingredients, it will make it worth it. So anyways, we have dill. I got 3 different types of dill because dilly beans, pickles, there's all different kinds of things you can do with dill. So I have a Ducat dill, an Anthem graveolens. No idea if I'm pronouncing that. That was a weird fly. A bouquet dill. And then I'm going to start some fennel. And I have 4 different kinds of chamomile. I said that weird, but anyways, Zloty Lawn, Bode Gold, Kellaway, and German Chamomile. Huh. Okay, so that's all I'm going to be starting today, and then tomorrow, which is going to be in next week's vlog, because I'm just doing one vlog for every week because I cannot maintain daily vlogs. It is just not something that brings me joy, but it is kind of fun bringing you guys in for a whole week vlog. That is definitely something I feel like I could keep up with. Just kind of bringing you along, sharing with you everything that I'm doing in the garden so you guys can get some inspiration and maybe get some ideas and give me ideas of some cool stuff that you guys think I should try or things that you think I could be doing better. As long as you're nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed spending the week with me, and I hope you guys are going to come back next week to spend another week with me. And remember to check out Bootstrap Farmer. Link will be down below. If you want to know what we did last week, check out this video right here. I'm going to bring you through all the details that brought us up to right now. So, peace out, sauerkraut.